goal, you have to say. That deserves it, Derek, but I have to say, that was a very good finish under immense pressure.
Hello lads, welcome back to the channel. My name's Al for Set Play Gaming, and today's video is a brand new career mode with Aidy Boothroyd taking over the reins at Stevenage in League 2. We're going to jump straight into the squad hub to start episode 1 and take a look at the players, and we'll see what we've got to deal with. The board want us to get instant promotion, but it's not going to be a high priority, so if we don't achieve it, it's more than likely we won't get sacked, so that relieves the pressure a little bit. Starting with the goalkeeper, Aaron Chapman. He's from England, 62 overall, he's 32 and he's 6'8", absolute giant in net. He should be good enough for us for this first season. Don't anticipate having to replace him at all. He should definitely be good enough. The rotation backup is Tay Ashby-Hammond. He's on loan to us from Fulham. He is 23 from England and 59 overall. We'll see how he does in some of the backup rotation games. Most likely Papa John's Trophy action for him. Whether or not it actually stays permanent, we'll have to see. Now, the system we play is a wing-back system. So we're playing 5-3-2. Max Clark is the left wing-back. He's 26 in his prime, 64 overall from England, and has the early crosser trait. The backup left wing-back is Saxon Early, is 19, 56 overall from England. He's on loan to us from Norwich. We might have to replace him when he leaves, either with a free agency signing or maybe somebody from the academy. We'll have to see how we get on with that. That might be covered in another video. The right wing-backs that we have, the first choice right wing back is Luther James Wilding. We just scroll down to him here. He's from Antigua and Barbuda. He's 24, so just about reaching his prime. 62 overall. Good at obviously going forward. Typical modern day right wing back, long throwing and solid player trait. So he's definitely somebody that we can sort of build the team around, and we expect him to put in some dangerous crosses from that right side. Now, the rotation guy has the same rating and he's actually 2 years older, so I am assuming that Kane Smith, who's from England, 62 overall, 26, he's a little bit more defensive for a right wing back, but I'm assuming that he was the first choice. Either that or they signed him as cover, but he's basically the same rating, so I'm assuming they're going to want an equal amount of games, which could be tricky. Now, moving into the centre-backs, we only have 3. Dan Sweeney is 28, is 6'3", 62 overall from England. He's centre-back, but also central midfielder. He is more of a ball-playing centre-back because of that reason. So, obviously, if we get any injuries in midfield, that's good. We've got cover. And the left-sided centre-back is veteran Carl Piagiani. As you can see here, he is 63 overall. He's the captain of the team. Not very fast, but he is a good defensive stopper. And then the sweeper, the guy that plays in the middle of those 3, is Guyana centre-back Terence Van Kooten, 62 overall. Some potential ahead of him there, so that's promising. It's a nice back line that we've got there between those 3. A blend of experience, a blend of passing and a blend of speed. Now, moving into midfield, we'll just have a look here. Bostwick is... he's 6'4", and he can actually play both holding midfield and centre-back. I was worried about that because if we have a look there, we actually do only have 3 centre-backs. So if one of them does get injured, we can possibly put Bostwick into the centre-back role. Now, he is declining. That's the one thing about him. He is declining, as you can see. And at 34 years of age, I'm not sure how long he's going to stay at 62 overall. So that could be a problem going down the road. His replacement is Sam Tanubu, 17 years old from England. Shockingly 50 rated, so there's some work to be done on this guy. I don't know whether he'll make it, to be honest. We're going to have to really max out those development plans and get this guy up to scratch. There's some distance between Tanubu and Bostwick. So that's like 12 overall points. We're going to have to at least be a +4 or +5 by the end of the season. The next guy, Jake Reeves. This guy looks really handy. He's 29. He's from England, 61 overall. As you can see, a number of different optional traits, long shot taker and flair. He can play central midfield and central defensive midfield. He is capped at 29, but reasonably decent defensive, and he's also good going forward, so a balanced sort of two-way central midfielder. Alex Gilby we know about is a well-known career mode midfielder at this level. He's on loan to us from Charlton. He's 27, 64 overall, and as you can see, he is probably more likely the playmaker. He has a long shot taker, playmaker, and dives into tackles. This guy, I don't know whether we'll be able to afford to keep him full time, but hopefully we can sort of sign him permanently. Jake Taylor is from Wales. He's 30 years of age, 62 overall, central midfield and central defensive midfield. He can actually play right midfielder as well. Again, another guy that can sort of do both roles. He can defend and attack. Arthur Reed, he is 22 from England, 59 overall. This guy looks at the moment like, because he's got potential ahead of him, we can kind of sculpt or mould him how we like. So I'm not decided yet whether we want to make him a bit more rounded and bump his defensive stats up. Let me know in the comments what you think we should do with this guy, because he does look pretty decent, Arthur Reed. And then the next guy is Dean Campbell. Just scroll down to Dean Campbell. He's on loan to us from Aberdeen. He is 21 and he has 63 overall. He is 6 foot, so decent sort of size. Central midfield and central defensive midfield. Not so great at defending, and rather disappointingly, his strength is only 50. So for somebody who's 6 foot, we need to probably use the development plans and get his strength up so that he can sort of compete at League 2. We don't want him pushed off the ball too much, especially playing 3 in midfield. Now, going forward, we have a number of different attacking options. As I said, we play 5-3-2, but we have 5, 6, how many is that? 4, 5, 6 options going forward. So we're going to have to rotate a little bit. Jordan Roberts is a right winger and creative attacking midfielder, but also a striker. 6'1", 63. He is capped. Now he does look. Let's have a look at his finishing. He does look to be more of a sort of midfielder than an actual striker. So again, if we have to play 4-3-3, it's an option for Roberts to come in. He might be a good foil for Luke Norris. We'll just scroll down here and have a look at him. He's our main forward, I think, Luke Norris. 63 overall, he is capped. 29, power free kick and long shot taker. He is our target man in this system. So we're going to be playing sort of a foil alongside Luke Norris. 62 on finishing, so I'd imagine he's one of our better strikers. Elliot List is arguably our best finisher and also our fastest player. So I think List and Norris are going to be the front two. The main front through. List has got 64 on finishing and speed dribbler as a trait. Danny Rose is an experienced striker at this level, probably a backup option at this stage. 60 overall and 28, so I don't think he's going to get as good as he is now. He is pretty much all he can be at this stage, so probably a rotation option. And then Jamie Reid is similar to Roberts in the fact that he's a converted winger, striker, left winger. He's from Northern Ireland, 60 overall. Let's have a look. Decent strength, decent finishing. Number of different traits there, so there's going to be a little bit of a battle, I think, for that foil spot alongside Luke Norris. He could, with his strength, probably even play up front with Elliot List if Norris gets injured or has a drop of form. It is an option for us. And then the final guy is David Amu, another guy. I think this guy's going to get sporadic appearances. He's a striker, right winger, 31, 60 overall. And let's have a look at his stats here just real quick, his attributes. As you can see, he is quite pacey, so can play on the wing. Yeah, finishing 57, he's probably our worst finisher, so probably a couple of rotation games. Let's jump into the team management and have a look. Just have a bit of a play about. As you can see, the expected sort of formation we play. We'll be expected to field crosses in from the right and left with Clark and James Wilding. As I mentioned, we've got a nice complement of those 3 centre-backs. Van Kooten as the sweeper in the middle. Piaggiani's more of the defensive stopper, and then Sweeney is the ball-playing centre-back. Now, with Piaggiani, I think the only issue that I can see, he's not very fast. So when Clark goes raiding down the left, we're just going to have to be careful that Piaggiani doesn't get caught out, and hopefully Van Kooten can cut across and help out so that Piaggiani isn't left exposed with his lack of pace. Now, moving forward, just going into midfield, we're going to have a look at the moving forward. We've got Alex Gilby, who is obviously the more creative attacking midfielder. As I said, he is on loan from Charlton Athletic. Whether we can make that permanent or not, I don't know. And then you've got Reeves, who probably should be unbalanced, with Bostwick being the sort of like midfield stopper, just to try and sort of like break things down. Now the tactics, we want to try and press and win the ball back, and then just take advantage of Luke Norris's 81 strength as the target man, and then knock the ball long, be very direct, get crosses in from the wide positions. We'll just have a look at the instructions and make sure, Elliot List is actually getting behind, which is where we want. Norris is the target man, and he's going to stay centre. And then we'll just have a look here, make sure Bostwick is covering the centre, not the wing, and Gilby should be also get into the box as the third choice option for the crosses, and get forward as well, just by default. Jake Reeves is going to basically be a balanced two-way sort of player. That all looks pretty good to me so far. I think we'll just probably put Chapman on sweeper keeper, and then have a look. Clark and James Weldon are good on those wide positions. We probably are going to have to bring in a couple of extra bodies. We will take a look at the academy and try and bring in players from there. And we'll also have to have a look at free agency as well. Let me know your thoughts, what you think of the team, and where you think we should be at the end of the season. Alright guys, that's it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please smash the like button. And I'll see you guys real soon on the channel as we begin our adventures into League 2. With the aim of trying to get out of League 2 into League 1 in this Road to Glory FIFA 23 career mode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them on the channel. It's Lad for Set Play Gaming. See you guys soon.